Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Back Yourself Podcast. Your hosts are here, as always, in the lab, Hussein and Christopher to my left, ready for another torturous week of this sport. And it was such a great day for the Back Yourself Podcast, obviously taking Rams Nation, where the Sharps finally won one on Dolphins, but 1-11 on third down. Wake up! But
They'll go
right.
1-50 against Patriots, bro.
That's all right. You win some, you lose some, and you move on to the next round, which is what we're going to do. Week 11 of the NFL hosts some absolutely mouth-watering divisional matchups. Short week. We have the Commanders going to Philadelphia. Again, two high-flying teams at the moment, even though the fire was somewhat extinguished by Pittsburgh against Commanders. We have the Ravens going to the annual 3.5 bowl at Pittsburgh. Regardless of if one team's 15-0, the other team's on 15, that's going to be 3.5, so that's fine. Sunday Night Football, we got Bengals of War going to town to fucking Chargers of War, which I think it's actually going to end up being a pretty good game for no reason. And we have some fucking absolute toilet bowls because Jags are not on a bye this week. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to so far. Chris, how are you feeling, champion?
I'm looking forward to the Pittsburgh game. I think that's the game of the... I like to say this. I think it's game of the year so far.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I think like a lot at stake in that division at the moment. Both teams playing quite well. Russ sending it at full strength. Some like
Russ!
And Lamar running the number one offense in the sport. Will that be enough to get a win in Pennsylvania? We will see. But before then, obviously we have to go with Lamar's little brother going to Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts and the crew after smacking Dallas in Dallas. Go back home to host another NFC East rival. The Commanders, after the heartbreaking loss, go to Philadelphia, getting 3.5 points, 3 flat in some spots. Chris, talk to me. What are you thinking in this one, champion?
It might as well, it's one of the ones just price lock at 3.5 because I don't think it's going to shift the whole week. You could argue both sides here. But, in my opinion, this is going to be an early segment, which is, found
Unlike
for you.
yeah.
But the bet to avoid in week 11 of the NFL is the Washington Commanders. I think because they got so close against Steelers, it actually turns to be a negative. And the way the Philadelphia is playing, I think they're still not rated yet, and everyone believes they're garbage. But now if they beat the Commanders, everyone's going to be like, all right, they're going to win the division. They're a chance. And they're playing much better than they did last year. Saquon's playing out of his mind. Jalen Hurts is doing his job. A.J. Brown is unguardable, apparently. And I think this is probably one of the last times that everyone on the sharp side is going to be like, let's take Commanders against the good teams. And it's going to fall on his face again. Similar to how Bears lost their mojo after the Lamar's little brother, after the Commanders loss. I think there's a bit of that going to happen off a short week. I think it's going to be not a vivid memory. It's going to be right in the middle of their brain after they lost last week. And I think it's going to stick around. So the play to avoid in week 11 of the NFL is Commanders plus 3.5.
Chris, I absolutely agree with you on this one. I think the Commanders bubble has finally burst after 10 weeks. They were neck and neck with Philadelphia the entire season. Everything was going the Commanders' way. The fourth down stats of them being 11 from 11 the whole season at some point had to fucking end. And every little break in every game has just gone their way the whole season. Not to take any credit away from Jaden Daniels. If you were to ask me who the MVP of the league is before the Pittsburgh game last week, I actually would have been like, I think there's a lot of biases in these sort of conversations of, oh, he's a rookie. Like, regardless of what he does, he can't
Except if it's Mahomes.
He can't be the MVP, but he could. Like, no one fucking thought Washington's going to be 7-2 after 9 games. And a few little bounces of the ball, that garbage that used to go their way. And I think, like, their luck finally ran out after the fucking Hail Mary that went their way. But if some other garbage went their way, they would actually beat Pittsburgh as well. I think people will, like, not walk away from that saying, oh, Pittsburgh are now 7-2.
It was this close, right?
It was a very knife's edge sort of game. So now I feel like there's a lot of an emotional, oh, fuck's sake, we lost that one. Now we have to go play Philly, and if we lose this, all of a sudden we're pretty much going to be a wild card team, right? And off a short week as well. I think what sort of turned around for the Eagles in the last 5-game win streak that they've had is they started the season off fucking dreadful on D. And if you think back to week 2 when all they had to do was hold down the fort for like 40 seconds against Kirk, they didn't come and give up a field goal. Kirk drove 80 yards and put it in the end zone, right?
Correct.
But I'll ask you this, Chris. If Falcons played Eagles tomorrow and Kirk needed a touchdown in 45 seconds, do you think he's going to get it?
No way.
I don't either. So I think Vic Fangio, it took him a little while to actually like get the system implemented on D. Obviously, with a new coordinator, it takes a bit of time. But now they're playing quite well. And honestly, outside of Jalen's just stupid fucking turnovers and fumbles every other week, they actually would have like... They beat Bengals by 20, could have beat them by 30. They beat Dallas by 30, could have beat them by 40. This team's actually like playing quite well on both sides of the ball, right? And when AJ and Devontae are both there, I don't think Commanders have what it takes to actually like put a halt to what Philadelphia's going to bring to the table. So I know 3.5 on surface seems sharp because both teams are playing very well, but I think it's a very flat spot for the Commanders. I actually think they're going to get their ass torn in this game. I can see Philly winning by like 14.
Let's hope so for Sharp Up One. We need to hit back as our first loss of the year on Sharp Up One.
It could be the last loss, mate, with the winning percentage in that segment.
We'll have to see.
We're going to move on to another team that I hope wins by more than 14 because their opposition just has been covering as of late for no reason. And Mac Jones is going to Detroit to take on the Detroit Lions, laying 13. I'm going to ask you, Chris, is that it?
Is that it? This could be the record. I don't think Jacksonville will score. I truly think if you want to like have a parlay with some good odds, put them to literally score no touchdowns.
Yeah.
There's no way they're going to score. Detroit, they're literally Philly of last year. It's the same garbage. So whatever you could see the spread, just stay away from. Obviously, Sharp Up Blunt ended up losing because they only won by 3. But they ended up winning a game that they shouldn't have won in the first place, and half a point only covered for the Texans. So obviously, you're on the right side of the number. Sharp Up Blunt lost, fair enough, but the fact they still won.
It lost by half a point after fucking got through 5 picks.
Yeah.
So imagine if they're just like... I think normally a lot of those picks were a bit like silly as well, like ricochet ones. I guess something had to go against lines for them to not cover because... I don't know if you know this, Chris. They're actually the most profitable team in a 3-year stretch in the history of sport in the NFL. Wow. I think there's something sickening, like maybe 38-10 against the spread. Something fucked up.
Well, their spread is too short. Even this week, I think there should be 16. They're fucking god awful.
I think Lions won't try, and I think it won't matter. I think they can not try and win by like 27. Why the fuck would Jacksonville go and try?
Well, listen, like Vikings were literally walking down the field.
Yeah, I know. And Lions, like, when they get to the 10-yard line, they can just run it in.
Yeah.
They don't need to fucking give it to Darnold to throw it at God knows who, right? So, I think Jacksonville are going to lose by a record margin. Fuck these cons. There's no reason for you to have covered in Philly, covered against Vikings, covered against whatever fucking idiot that you covered, like, the week prior to that. I want blood on the field, in my opinion. And I also want blood on the field in this next game. Jets, all right, you showed your hand. You've quit on the year. I cannot believe they're laying over a field goal to anyone. And Colts are not that bad to fucking go and lose by more than 3 to these losers.
Fuck Jets.
Yeah, agreed. I'll take Colts 3.5. That's
I'm not taking anything.
To me, like... Is that my luck of the week?
My Jets strategy is basically still for the rest of the year, right? Anyone in a Jets fixture, it basically might as well not be a fixture.
You know what? Fuck Seahawks. Your week 11 lock of the week for the NFL is... Fuck. I completely forgot what we're talking about. I'm tripping out, bro.
You're talking about
Rams fucked me over today. Let's try this again. Your week 11 lock of the week, and we are fading them, ladies and gentlemen, because they have absolutely quit on the year after getting dismantled in Arizona. The Indianapolis Colts, I know they have not played great in the last 2 weeks, and Flacco looks like the old Flacco, not the new Flacco that was possessed last season, but... The Jets have literally given up on the season, and they've shown time after time that they can't stop the run, and when things get too hard for them, they're like, fuck it. Rodgers is 50 years old, and we're going to give up on the season anyway. We've lost to Patriots. And Colts, for all their troubles, I believe Jonathan Taylor and this offensive line can rush for 250 yards against these inbreds, and once they get a head of steam going, and I think they have even less of a reason to put the ball in Flacco's hands after the last 2 weeks, it's just going to be an onslaught. The same way James Conner walked down to the touchdown line time and time again. Colts are going to do the same thing. They're going to win outright, but, if you want a bit of insurance, and in the miracle that Jets get a win, it won't be by more than 3. Colts plus 3.5. That's your Week 11 lock of the week. Let's go, Joe Flacco of War.
Best of luck, mate.
Thank you, mate.
I got a question for you.
Talk to me.
Since the coach because he speaks Farsi.
Yeah.
Is it not a good week to bring back Anthony Richardson?
God, no.
Why not? He can run the ball.
Because Anthony Richardson will turn it over for no reason.
No, but he won't throw. He just runs.
Nah, fuck Anthony Richardson.
Why do they not bring him in like a Taysom Hill?
They should. All those times they got into the Buffalo red zone, I was like, all right, bring this cunt in for like 2 snaps. He'll put it in the end zone.
They will.
His problem is getting to the red zone, right? Because he'll do something stupid. But once he's there, just draw
There was that pick against Texans where he threw it at... No, who was the Texans? When he threw it at the other team in the end
Bears.
zone.
Oh my God, what was he doing? But yeah, well, I guess that's why he's like, I can't even bring him on for this. But yeah, Jets, in my opinion, you've given up.
They've given up.
Just give up.
I'll
Just fucking quit.
I'm happy I put a line through them back when they played Buffalo.
that was a good decision from
Fuck
you, sir.
these cunts, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
All right. I skip. We don't have the button. You know what? New upgrade to the podcast as well. We need to find this button. I will make it my mission to get the skip button out.
Yeah, skip that shit, lad.
Yeah.
Okay, next on the slate, talking divisional dogs. Your Chicago Bears take on Jordan and the Green Bay Packers coming off a bye, laying 6 in Chicago. Is that it, in my opinion?
If I had lock of the week, this would be it. Please, Bears.
Wow, wake up.
Bears, this is it, right? I like to write off teams like Jets. Jets is a good segue into Bears because I only like to write off teams when they get raped in their division because it's a double whammy. 1, the public all knows your ass, and 2, you can't win the division anymore. You're fucked. You're probably not going to win this division anyway because Detroit don't lose. But you do play them twice. You actually play everyone left. And I'm not expecting you guys to go 6-0. But if you end up winning 4 of these games, you'll probably be a wild card. Between Vikings, Green Bay, and Detroit. Detroit have beaten everyone else. So you're going to lose in Detroit. But you can win 1 against them. You can beat Green Bay once. And you have to beat Vikings twice. Or beat Green Bay twice. So, my lock of the week, until they fucked me over in the division, and this is their first opportunity to fuck me over, would be Bears. And not to take the points. It would simply be outright. Because it's no use for me for you cunts to fucking lose by 3. You cunts need to win outright. And the whole... Legit, all these 3 games you fucked up, if you beat Green Bay, it basically nullifies them all. Because you've won the game in your own division, and everyone's going to be like, oh, here we go, fucking Bears. Because Bears have still got everyone else in their division. If they end up 4-2 in their division, they probably make the playoffs regardless. So, I would put them lock of the week. Jordan, he's going to fuck it up. Can the Bears defense play god-awful again? Yes. Can the Bears offense play god-awful again? Of course they can, because they're playing a better defense. But in this fucking stupid, dumbass, retarded sport, now they're going to be able to score. So fuck it. Take Bears.
I think that's probably the worst bet of the round. And
of course it is. It's going to win.
You're thinking like in trends and logic and yada, 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 which I can appreciate because that's unlike you. Normally you would be like, this team's quit, this team hasn't quit. So we're going to swap hats for this one.
Bears quit.
From the second that
they scored
that ball ricocheted into the Commanders' players' hands, these cunts gave up.
I can't believe if they've given up from that. It's
they have
unbelievable.
given up.
I know they have.
It's not just that they lost. It's noticeably, and in Chicago too, which it was the whole reason we took them last week. They stopped trying as hard. They stopped defending as well. Their offense is completely in shambles with one of the worst offensive lines in the sport. Tack onto that 3 more offensive linemen getting injured in the last 2 weeks. So they've shown that perpetually they can't protect Caleb at all. Fucking DJ Moore wants to fight him every other game. And now you're giving me Green Bay off a bye in a divisional game where they've just lost to their divisional rivals in Detroit. You're giving Matt LaFleur extra time to prepare for Matt Eberflus. And you're giving Jordan more time to get healthy because we know he carried a groin injury into the game. And you can put Jair Alexander on DJ Moore and just say, all right, Caleb, you can beat us with whoever else is on the roster. I'm going to predict that Green Bay is going to win this game by 24 points.
Listen.
6 points. Is that it?
Green Bay, you better win by 24. If you win by 3, does nothing for me. Because, in my opinion, in both your division games so far...
You've been god-awful. Yeah.
Not god-awful. Quit. There's no reason to go down 21 points to Vikings. And there was no reason to go down on halftime 16 points to Detroit. So, until proven in this division, I'm not taking these fucking idiots, yet alone laying 6. Because, as far as I'm concerned, whenever they see this division, they haven't done anything to even represent what they've been doing in every other game. If you look at the rest of their schedule, they've actually been brilliant. What have they lost outside of those two? They've lost one other game.
Yeah.
6-1.
Yeah, I know.
But when they fucking play their own division, and you could argue, if they do lose this division game, they're 0-3 against the division, and they're not going to have the tiebreaker against anyone, which is, they're fucked.
Yeah, no, that's why they're going to win.
And they still have to go to Detroit.
And you're talking about Bears in the division as if it's a positive. I think it's a negative.
No. I'm not saying it's easy.
How can you lose to Patriots and then be like, oh, all good, we get to play Vikings. We get to play Lions and Vikings and Green Bay off a bye.
I'm not saying it's easy, but it's redeemable.
I'm saying they're not going to win a game for the next 2 months.
I get what you're saying.
They're
but if Green Bay go there and fuck it up, they're fucked.
Yeah, I know. But I don't even give a fuck that it's Green Bay.
I give a shit it's Green Bay. If it was Vikings, I'd never take them.
I don't care that it's Green Bay. I'm saying, what was the Bears' path to getting to the playoffs? Right? It was, holy fuck, you're beating Commanders by 3 points with 1 second left. Okay, if you win that,
you're 6.
Maybe you don't go to Cardinals and give up. And
they probably would have lost.
Let's say that they lose that anyway.
They would be like 3.
But then they wouldn't have given up against Patriots.
No, they would have won.
So to give them those 2 extra wins, and then now they don't have to fucking go 6-0 in the division.
But why would Bears, from the time they've gone to London, give up?
Because all they played was degenerates this whole season.
They beat Rams.
Okay, they beat Rams with no players, like at all. By then, Rams had nothing, right? They beat Will Levis. They lost to Anthony Richardson. Don't forget that.
Yeah, of course. Well, they can't beat him.
They beat Jags.
And they beat Tennessee.
And they beat... who else they beat in London? Some inbred.
Tennessee. They beat him back at home with fucking...
Week 1, yeah.
Malik... no, week 1 they lost to Philly.
No, week 1 they beat Will Levis.
No. Week 1 they've lost to Philly. They played in Brazil.
No, I'm talking about Bears.
Oh, yeah. No, they built Will Levis.
Yeah. So all they've been in is the dumpster fires of the sport.
Yeah, time to redeem yourselves, you shit cunts.
Nah, the redemption's off. I think...
One more. After Rams
I might consider taking them once they fire their coach. I don't think he'll make it to the end of the season.
Well, if he quits after this, then they fucking might as well just fire him now.
That's what I'm thinking, champion. But we can move on from that game. Look, may the best man win. I kind of hope your Bears have a go for your sake.
Go Bears.
But if they lose again by more than 6, which I expect them to, I'm going to flame these pricks on the pod next week. What quitters?
But they'll be red. They'll be white.
Moving on to my teams returning. Raiders of War are going to Miami at 7.5 point underdogs. I said I think Raiders have given up, and they have given up. Don't take them. There's no reason to take them. They forgot.
Well, there aren't too many opposite sides.
But also, there's no reason to lay 7.5 either. So
skip. Yeah, exactly. If anything, I'll take Raiders.
You could argue that, but there's so many other games. Like this is just one that you don't even need to.
A short week, you can't lay 7 with these cunts, and these cunts are off a bye. Are they that bad?
They are that bad. That's why it's 7. But Miami are not good enough for you to lay 7 with all those things considered, so there's no reason to talk about this game or acknowledge that it's being played.
But Raiders are playing. Obviously, that will be on one of my screens. That's entertaining enough.
You'll see them on Redzone. There'll be something stupid happening. Probably it will be from Raiders doing, right? Yeah, maybe I could definitely see some sort of roughing the passer where Tua gets killed by Max Crosby. Playing? Bowers is there.
Oh, all good.
I could see Raiders winning. I could see Raiders losing by 35. You never know with these guys. So that's why we just can stay clear of this one and move on to everyone's favorite team, the New England Patriots, getting 4.5 points at home against the Rams. Is that it?
Someone kill him. I want Drake May in the hospital after this week. He pissed me off last week. He beat my Bears. If he simultaneously beats my Bears and beats my Rams,
and he covered against my Titans,
they're incredible.
Fuck
off, Patriots. We get it. Go get the number 1 pick, you shit cunts. Fucking hell.
This is a who cares game as well.
He has no receivers. Who's he even throwing to?
No one. But when his defense can hold the team to 3, I guess like that's enough to get
Yeah,
it. Right?
they're gonna keep. Oh well, Puka decided to fucking keep it to 3 today, didn't he?
Okay, so Patriots have won and kept it close against Tennessee and Bears, who are imploding in front of our very eyes. I think
Against a good offense, they haven't. Oh well, they beat
This-
fucking Bengals, didn't they? So
Yeah.
who knows? Who knows which Patriots are gonna show up? The
quitters.
Patriots that lost to Miami with fucking Snoop, or the Patriots that beat Bengals? Who knows?
I think the Patriots that lost to Snoop. Personally, that's what I'm thinking. So I would lay 4.5. I would lay 4.5.
Not laying anything with Rams after they fucked me over.
Are you
today.
too scared of Patriots now?
No, because I don't know if Rams want this fucking redemption or not.
They do.
Last year, this would never happen. They would have won today easily.
They had a bad game. It's alright.
Fuck's sake.
After getting lucky in Seattle, they had a bad game. It's alright. It's fucking.
They've had 2 bad games. They played awful in Seattle as well.
I know, but that's why like
They haven't. When's their last good game?
Vikings, the pricks.
Yeah, but I knew that was gonna happen.
Fucking stupid sport. Okay, we move on to one of my teams is back. You know which one? Browns of War.
This is incredible.
This is incredible. Yeah, I'm trying to find the adjective to describe like how fucking funny this game is. Because Saints like, if you hear, I can almost hear the confetti still dropping in their stadium. But I really don't think this is a team that can two-peat. I considered this for lock of the week.
Who Browns?
Yeah.
Again?
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck.
It's Saints.
Yeah, but
After 9 missed field goals, they won a game. Whoop-de-doo.
I don't know if Cleveland's gonna come back off the bye and actually try. That's my problem.
Okay, this is what's going to happen. Are you listening?
They'll try for 1 week and then quit
What was the rationale of us taking Saints?
because they're retarded and they have to win one.
In addition to that, we came out and said Falcons can't get pressure on air. And they can't. And we saw that, you know, this way that the Saints structure their offense is we're going to drop Derek Carr back there and he's going to close his eyes and throw it as far as he can to Valdez Scantling. And Falcons, because they allowed him to do that, lost to them, in addition to missing 10 field goals and quitting. Now you're giving me a very good pass rush. And as simple as it puts, Derek Carr's the worst quarterback against the spread in the last 10 years. And he's the worst quarterback against pressure in the sport. So I will take Jameis and co to go and beat Saints.
The revenge.
If you want to call it that, sure. I think, like, outside of winning a Super Bowl, I don't know like what revenge Jameis wants. He can't pitiful as well.
Look,
But it's
the
Saints.
number's wrong, but I'll take Browns.
Truck, yeah.
Give us a fucking field goal at least.
Are you on bags?
Saints just won the comp.
You want to lay 3 with Saints?
No, I want to take Cleveland, but I want 3.
Yeah, I know. So you want the masses to lay 3 with Saints?
Yeah.
They're god-awful.
Well, no one seemed to fucking take it last week, so now everyone's going to take it.
No, they were too busy taking the -7 the week prior.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Fucking
Saints
Saints.
are so fucking bad.
I can't wait to take them.
Browns off a bye, I'll take them. They're going to win.
And that's also a separate screen. Having Browns and Raiders.
Browns might be one of my biggest bets in the entire season. Some technical issues, bruv, but we're back. And we're back in the AFC North talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers hosting my Baltimore Ravens. Our hearts are divided here on the pod. Everyone knows my admiration for Lamar Jackson, who fucking war, leading the number 1 offense in the sport and putting the team on his back week after week after week. Getting extended rest, obviously beat the Bengals last week, and it's a very high leverage game. And I don't see the Ravens losing, to be honest. I think the Steelers' fucking mirage of them being gods is going to end this round, but I can't lay 3.5 on the road, so I have to skip as well. But all the trends and everything like would suggest that Pittsburgh will cover this game. And you know what's actually crazy? Can I explain something funny to you? And I think you'll agree with me. In years prior, when these inbreds played each other, we would be on 3.5 with Mason Rudolph. We would be on 3.5 with Kenny Pickett.
Of course.
We would be on 3.5 with all those inbreds.
Trubisky.
So, Trubisky, and they all covered the spread. So I guess someone could play devil's advocate and be like, why are you guys not taking Pittsburgh now that they can actually score? But I can't tell you why. But I think Ravens are going to win. That's why I don't want to take it.
I don't think it's a lock that they're going to win.
Ravens?
Yeah. But for Steelers to win, I think they win this game and they truly make a name for themselves. And are literally, if they can win this game and go 8-2, are probably the challengers the Chiefs. Because I don't think Buffalo can beat them. But this all depends on, can Russ actually perform in a proper game?
We did last week.
If he does, I think, one, he should get the most improved award and it should be already done.
He's a Hall of Famer, though. Did he really improve?
Well, yeah. Did you watch him last year?
Mm.
And if they do win, this defense is truly, like, incredible. Can they stop the run effectively? Not really. But it's a Mike Tomlin-led defense. You got to be a little bit cautious on this prick throwing the ball. Now, obviously, Russ can also throw the ball to the other team. Don't get me wrong. It's Russ, right? But when you're laying 3.5 in an arena that I don't think there will be a spare seat in this Pittsburgh game.
Shouldn't be.
There shouldn't be. It's going to be fucking electric. And I don't know if this cunt can even call plays on third down, to be honest. The place is just going to be so loud. So I would not want to take 3, but if I had to take one, I would take the +3 with you. Because I think Pittsburgh in a divisional game, and the importance of this divisional game, when they both know they're going to make the playoffs, but who's going to win the division is just as important, because I think more important for Pittsburgh, in my opinion, because for Pittsburgh to play at home instead of going on the road is like tenfold more important than to Ravens. So
I actually think this is the most important game Pittsburgh will play the whole season. Because later in the year, when they go to Baltimore, they're going to get fucking killed there.
Yeah, of course.
In my opinion. So, in order to keep pace with them, they have to win this game. Can I ask you why you wouldn't take the +3? Because everything you said actually suggests that this is like a very, very, very good bet. And I think it is.
Just Lamar. In the regular season, of course, because I always say in the postseason he's an idiot. But in the regular season, I really don't want to bet against the future, maybe 2-time MVP, back-to-back MVP. That's the only reason. But to be honest, and also, I don't know if Highsmith's going to play, and we need him on defense.
Well,
so.
definitely, but I think like we need Carl Hamilton big time. If he doesn't play, this secondary is like set up to get killed by Pickens and Williams and everything that Pittsburgh have been doing the past couple of weeks. So, yeah, I think there's like good matchups on both sides of the ball. If Lamar goes and covers 3.5 to these pricks in this spot, I actually think he's some god.
He has to not play the Steelers. If he starts dropping back and think he's a sick guy, he's going to get raped.
Can they run the ball against that front?
I don't know.
That's like, I'm telling you, you're actually speaking into being such a good bet. But, I don't know.
I don't know if this guy can throw the ball.
Who, Russ or Lamar?
Lamar.
Yeah,
Who the fuck's he going to throw to? That's not going to be...
They'll get open.
Literally swarmed.
They'll get open. I think this Pittsburgh D is a little bit overrated.
I think there's going to be a lot of run plays. Unders. Literally, the clock's going to just bleed.
I think it's going to be unlike this rivalry. You could see like 34-31 full time.
What?
Yeah.
Russ can't score.
All he does is score the prick.
Now he scores.
Yeah.
It's Russ.
No, Pittsburgh with Russ averaged like 27 a game.
How? They're god-awful.
All this cunt does is deep shot, and it keeps working. And if there's one team that's susceptible to that, it's actually Ravens.
You know what I hope doesn't happen? Is that all the weeks we're wishing for TJ Watt to fucking kill someone.
He might kill Lamar, yeah, fuck's sake.
And Lamar's going to be doing
Can you wait to do it to Mahomes in the divisional round, cunt? That would be great.
Yeah.
Moving on to Tennessee.
We're moving on to them?
No, we're moving on past them. They're hosting Minnesota, getting 6 points. They're 1-9 against the spread. I don't even know what to say about this.
Is that it?
Yeah. Well, they laid 7 at Jacksonville. Now they're laying 7 at Tennessee.
Yeah, so take Vikings again.
Why is this not bigger than Jacksonville's line?
Because
Tennessee are fucking horrible.
I'll tell for bye.
No. I know you think Chargers is a bye, but they played last week.
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize they played. They're gonna die. Take Vikings again. But actually, for all the premium guys, we didn't take Vikings last week, so conveniently we've got a 1-up on everyone because everyone took them last week, so now we can take them. Yeah, easy. How is that not lock of the week? It's Tennessee. They're god awful.
Yeah, but I like them.
No, you don't. You don't even like them anymore, and you like them at least when they're like 10. How can there be 9 to Chargers and 6 to Vikings? I get it, they're at home, but it shouldn't even matter.
Will Vikings go there and try?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they couldn't score last week. They didn't score 1 touchdown.
Yeah, fuck me, they didn't today.
They're going to go out and there fucking rape them.
Yeah, Tennessee give up as well. Like
The only thing is Aaron Jones is out, but I don't give a fuck. This country's going to throw the ball. So
we got Cam Akers of War.
Yeah,
So
all
that's
gourds.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Truck, yeah.
Vikings are going to win by 70. Are they actually... Fuck. Are they going to win by more than Detroit's going to win?
Probably not. I don't see like
Tennessee's going to give up.
I don't know why Vikings would go try that
Tennessee's
hard.
literally going to go give up.
They've done that every round.
Yeah, but Chargers can't score. Intrinsically, they know they can't score.
But do I want to bet against the 1-9 losers against the spread?
Yeah,
knowing they're going to cover
actually,
something.
they're the Carolina of last year.
But they're going to go 1-16.
Yeah.
So you're going to take Vikings?
Yeah. I've already bought my stock because I didn't take them last week. So it doesn't matter.
So you feel like...
I can't get fucked over twice. I've only got fucked over
knowing
once.
that we dodged one on
Yeah,
these pricks,
we're gonna take it this
now,
time.
like, we have the insurance of fuck it, truck here, we can lay 6.
Exactly. It's kind of like, oh yeah, we got there was a fire, but it didn't actually end up being a fucking huge fire. All goods.
And genuinely, Will Levis, being the inbred that he is,
We'll throw the ball to the other team.
against that that defense should genuinely go out there for 10 picks. And they kept Mac Jones to like 80 yards passing last week. It should be more of the same. Just put a corner on that Ridley annoying prick, and then Tennessee shouldn't score past that. So yeah, Minnesota -6 is that it? What would you put the spread at? 8.5?
9.
Yeah, fuck.
They're
these
shit.
pricks. Yeah, they're so bad. Moving on, we're past the
Oh,
early
here we
slate,
go.
and we're on to your team, Bo Nix of War, -2 to Kirk coming off a loss. Shrug your shoulders and press skip. Who cares?
Who cares? Falcons still have no incentive to try, but they lost to Saints. If they'd won and to Saints by like 1, then I'd be like, all right, they're gonna go to fucking Denver and quit. But since they didn't win, it's a bit annoying. Denver tried last week and literally were a hand of God away, basically, from
Conveniently,
beating the Chiefs.
It's always like, all right, it's a toe this week, and then it's a hand this week, and then it's a flag these other 3 weeks. Interesting.
Anyway,
Fascinating.
that's fine. You want to go to them now, or you want to? There's a game in between because
I don't give a fuck about Falcons and Denver at all, to be honest. They could not even play this game, and I wouldn't care. But I kind of feel like Kirk's going to go and throw for 3 picks like a dingo.
Yeah. I feel like unders.
Yeah, who cares? Genuinely, who cares? We move on, ladies and gentlemen, to your primetime matchup of the week. The Buffalo Bills host the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs are underdogs, even though they've won 15 games in a row. All the sharps are going to take Chiefs as an underdog. Bills have no one. Will they drop a banner for beating Kansas City in the regular season for the 50th time just to quit to them in wildcard round? Well, they won't play wildcard round because obviously it's the AFC East. Everyone's given up. But why the fuck is this not pick 'em, Chris?
Because this is my annual. The team coming first is an underdog, and you just take it and close your eyes. Sound the fucking alarm! I don't think I'll ever get this opportunity ever again. My underdog upset alert of the week is the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, you heard that right. Everyone that's listening to this, they're underdogs. In a fixture in the NFL being 9-0, they are underdogs to the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo shot themselves in the foot. You idiots. Why the fuck did you go beat Colts? Because you should have just fucking relaxed, not covered a spread, and just fucked off for a week. But you guys went out and tried your fucking guts out to beat Colts for basically no reason. Because your daddy, Mahomes, is going to come fucking rape your ass yet again. Because it's Buffalo. You guys are going to try and run the ball with James Cook. It's not going to work. Allen's going to throw a pick or two to the other team, straight to the other team as per usual. And Mahomes is just going to do what he needs to do. But they might win maybe by a blocked field goal. But I think this time they're going to win by a interception to close the game out and win this game by 2. So, your underdog upset alert of the week is, believe it or not, the Kansas City Chiefs.
I'm not shaking your hand, but it's fair. Definitely.
What?
I hate them, but...
Why? They don't cover.
No,
The other pricks on the other side seem to cover every week.
You know what else they don't do?
Lose.
Lose! One game! You pricks!
They're going to lose to some idiots. They're not going to lose to fucking the tryouts.
You know they play the week after this.
The Raiders?
Panthers.
Oh, well, that's...
You can't
Well,
lose.
No.
to them.
They do play Raiders in Vegas, surely.
They already played them there, Johnny.
So they play them in Arrowhead.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Christmas Day we get fingered by Raiders.
Perfect!
Yeah, no, not perfect. Not with fucking Minshew. In saying that, the spread's wrong, but this should be a pick'em. Buffalo are not fucking gods. And every time Buffalo's matched up with the actual good team this season, they've gotten fucking pumped. Including when Ravens molested them at -2. Is that it? And now these pricks are laying 2 to Kansas City. I've never seen a dynasty like this not get respect in the market enough.
They do. They just don't cover it. They've got respect the last 3 weeks.
No, they haven't. They should have been 10.5 to Raiders. They're fucking god awful.
No, they didn't cover it. 10-7.
Yeah, I know, but that's from their own choice. But the numbers purely translate from, all right, we can't put them 10 to fucking Denver, so our power ratings, blah, blah, blah. That means we have to put them 2 at Niners, and we have to put them 2 at Buffalo. If they just put them 10 to Raiders, then they can justify putting Pick'em which is what it's supposed to be. But
you're telling me,
in saying that,
I'm looking at the numbers.
In saying that, I'm going to go into war with Josh Allen. Fuck this cunt. It's not a playoff game, so I feel like a little more confident about it, but you're not going 10-0, playing this garbage every week. Buffalo's going to feed them.
Yeah, but that's the point. They're 9-0 playing garbage.
Yeah, but this is like... The narrative is so easy that Buffalo puts an end to their winning streak of 15 games, and then all of that will lead to them playing in the divisional round, and then everyone's saying...
Aren't they going to be 9-2?
Who?
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That's never going to happen.
Why not?
They're perfect for an 8-3 team. Fuck off.
Yeah, we'll see. If Mahomes beats them, like...
So in a hypothetical scenario, Baltimore's going to be 7-4. No. Yeah. Right? 7-5.
Yeah.
And these cunts are going to be at 9-2.
Yeah.
No. Fuck no. Fuck no. These cunts are not that good. And they don't deserve to be 9-2 anyway. They're shit.
I just feel like Casey's been way too lucky to be 10-0 in my opinion.
They're going to lose. Just not yet.
Yeah, that's fine. I just don't think they're going to go win again. I don't even think KC care.
They do.
They're not Cleveland where like every game is a game set.
They care
the NBA
about
Finals.
Buffalo because Buffalo always give them the shit. They're like, yeah, we're going to beat you guys this week.
Yeah, but
they always beat
they
them.
know they're going to beat them in the playoffs, so they don't even give a fuck about a game in October.
Yeah, but now like they can only lose one more game. They'll be 9-1 versus 9-2.
Yeah, but Buffalo will fuck it up to someone else. They're not gods.
They're gods. They're favorite.
They're not gods. They'll lose. We'll see. We'll circle back to this one, but we're going to move on to another divisional game. Sound the alarm. What the hell? That's not your segment. But if it was, I would take them. The Seattle Seahawks of war, coming off a bye, going to San Francisco, who have proved time and time again this whole season that they cannot lay 6.5 and cover it. And now Gino's going to go throw a party there, and I think they're going to win outright. It's all yours, baby. Talk to me.
You're one game early. Seahawks going to beat Arizona next week.
Yeah, they'll beat them as well.
The only problem is, this is the difference between Niners and Minnesota. Minnesota we skipped last week. Niners we didn't, like the world. So can you go lay 6 again? I feel like we've been pretty okay and not laying a lot of points with San Fran because they always fuck us over. Outside of, obviously, they beat Dallas in the classic ab-raping fixture.
Yes.
But, I'm happy to take Niners -6 again. McCaffrey's back. They look much better. Yeah, okay, they won by 3 because Tampa don't fuck off. But I know Seattle, and I know they will quit. If they go down like 10 points, it's a completely different scenario to playing Baker. Because what we saw from Gino against Buffalo, I want to say, yeah, when I fucking took him like a fucking inbred, as soon as they were down, this cunt starts throwing like an idiot. And he throws like an idiot to the other team. And I feel like throwing like an idiot and trying to chase points against Niners will never work. You have to play like Baker, basically. And Gino's not Baker, so...
No, it'll work. What's the most impressive win Niners have this season?
Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. That's their best performance.
Yep. They lost the Cardinals. Didn't cover
They're back at
against
home,
Baker.
though.
I don't give a fuck. What have they done at home this year?
Precisely. What have they done at home?
Nothing. So they should not be 6.5 to a divisional opponent with the same record as them, essentially, off a bye.
It's Seahawks.
I think Seahawks can win.
I'm good. I'm not doing any Seahawks stock after
If I had Sharp
done.
or Blunt, I would probably say Niners. Don't lay 6.
No, it's not Sharp. No one's taking it.
What's 6?
Yeah, all right.
Then take it.
I'll take
Wake
it.
up.
I'll take it.
Moving on to...
Prime time?
Yeah, prime time. Bengals are fucking war, baby. They're going to go and win. Chargers, the best teams they've played, they've lost to both of them. So they lost at Steelers and they lost to Kansas City, and all their other wins are against the Tennessees and the fucking Patriots. I don't even think they've played Patriots actually, but
Doesn't matter.
point still stands. All
I
they
know.
do is beat inbreds. Cleveland, of their wins, the highest ranked offense they've played is rank 21st. And now they're going to play top 5 offense and get raped by Joe Burrow on primetime. Joe Burrow as an underdog in primetime is 81% against the spread, including last week. So let's urge.
If there was we should have a little skip and a huge skip, because I'd hit the huge skip. Fuck this game and fuck Bengals.
Yep, fair enough. I think that I'm very confident they'll win, especially if Higgins plays.
Look, they should win. There's no reason to fucking lose to Chargers, but for me to go through the whole day and get to prime time and Herbert goes and rapes him, I'm good. And look, truly, I can come on the podcast and scream at Bengals, because all the games they've kept close against the good teams has given us a false facade that they're actually decent. And unlike Jets, that are very similar to these fucking morons, is that they don't quit against the good teams and Jets just quit to anyone. There will be a point that these motherfuckers quit. And I'm not going to jump on the boat and just be like, all goods, because they have a top 5 offense. Because at some point, they're just going to go, pew, and I'm not waiting for that. I'm good.
Yeah, I feel like it's a huge game in the context of the Bengals season, though. Because if they can get a win off Chargers and put a win in their own column, then Chargers are a bit more gettable in the wildcard race. And for that reason, I think Joe Burrow on primetime, this is an easy one. Off extended rest, getting points against this team that's only really scrapping by against shitty quarterbacks, and their defense looks better because they're playing inbreds all the time. Their offense at Cardinals looked fucking shit. Against Kansas City looked fucking garbage as well. And against all these other losers, they haven't really had to do much. Browns sacked this cunt like 9 times. Pittsburgh sacked him 8 times. But against the losers, they've just been coming good. So, yeah, I'm pretty confident Bengals are going to win this game. It actually would have been my lock of the week, but I wanted to scream at Jets. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Moving on to Monday Night Football.
The worst Monday Night Football I've ever seen. Change the schedule.
You don't want to watch Parsons?
Change the schedule.
I'm not going to watch this game.
I will.
Why?
Because I like Parsons.
What about Rush?
I don't like Rush.
Do you think Dallas have given up on the season?
Yeah.
Do you still think Texans suck ass?
Yep.
Gun to your head, who would you take?
Texans.
Agreed. Thank you for listening to week 11.
There's no point of fucking talking about Dallas.
Yeah, no, they've given up.
They can easily cover 7 in this game, but they're going to give up. So what the fuck am I going to do?
I don't see why they would cover 7.
There's no reason for them to, but they can. If they put their head to it, they can.
No, they can't.
I think they want McCarthy out, so I will not take anything.
I would not touch Dallas until you see the headline in the morning, Mike McCarthy's fired.
I agree. I think they've quit on him.
Yeah, I agree. I'll lay 7. These guys are going to fucking get raped.
No.
Actually, I think the greatest teaser in the history of the NFL, 2-leg teaser this week, take Green Bay into Texans. If either Dallas or Bears get a win, I'll come on the pod naked next week.
But Bears,
Yeah.
I would never take it against Bears.
I think
in a divisional game.
I think they're the 2 biggest quitters. In
At
the
least
sport.
put fucking Rams.
Sorry. Once you account for the fact that Jets have given up on the century, I think the 2 biggest quitters in the sport are Bears and Dallas. If either of them win, I'll come on the podcast.
I would do Rams and Texans. There's no reason for Rams to go to Patriots and lose.
That's just a weird game, though. Like,
No, it's not. I think the weird game's Green Bay.
no, there's nothing.
They're $1.30
The only
in a
weird
divisional game.
The only weird thing is that Bears are fucking
Yeah,
completely
but that's
incompetent.
Caleb.
Yeah, he's not good.
Yeah, I'm not saying he is.
At least Jordan and a good
What,
coaching
throw
staff.
it to the other team?
No, he's better than these.
You
losers.
know he's going to throw it to the other team in the end zone.
I think Love can go and throw 4 interceptions and they'll still win.
No.
Because after the 4th one, the flip like, all right, we'll run it, and then Bears will give up. Whereas with Drake, mate, you don't know when this prick's gonna fucking give up, do you?
Yeah, but I'm telling you, he's going to hospital.
Well, Bears didn't put him in hospital. Why
Yes,
the fuck?
it's
Why
Rams
would
are gonna
Ram?
do it.
Nah.
I'm going to wish this cunt to go to hospital every single week.
Two team teaser, Texans and Green Bay. Come back and thank me later. Otherwise, come back watch me naked on the podcast. There's no reason for either of these inbreds to fucking lose. Especially Texans.
No.
These cunts have given up. They want to lose.
Yeah, but like, which one would you giggle more that wins? Definitely Dallas. They have Parsons.
Oh, yeah. Because of Parsons. But excluding that, fuck off, Dallas. You guys suck. Just
Agreed.
give up on the year.
Agreed.
All right. Thank you for tuning in with the Back Yourself podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, dislike, whatever you pricks want to do. We want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Sharp but blunt was
Fucking
Commanders. Lock of the week was the Iranian play caller Shane Steichen and co. going into Jets. Fuck you, Jets.
Fuck Jets.
And fuck you, Buffalo, for this guy's sake. Hopefully, Kansas City can go 100-0, 200-0, and they'll still get 2.5 points against someone and win anyway. Outside of that, fuck you, Chargers. Fuck you, Chicago.
Go Chicago.
Fuck off, Patriots. And
They're probably the least.
Jags, I want to see 70-0 on the scoreboard, and I don't want that to be the biggest win of the day.
I want it to be fucking
I want
Vikings.
Lions to win 900-0.
No, I want Vikings to win 900.
By more than...
yeah.
But I want to see Jags suffer.
Well, also, I just hope the Steelers-Ravens games lives up to that.
Yes, which I'm sure it will be. Yeah. Anyway, peace out, guys.